Right. Best wait just for a minute. I've got the other screens on. I think that might be it. Maybe. I've got another screen with it on. I can see on my live screen studio that it's on, but I don't think it really is. Is anyone on YouTube as well? Oh, it's working. Right. It looks like we are live. So let's get going. I'm just gonna switch the ding dong bell off and on because you know how that drives me bonkers of people coming in and out the rooms. No one can hear it because I've got noise suppression on. But every time someone comes in, it's bing bong, and you got 50, you've got lots of bing bongs going on. Right, the noise should be off. Can everyone hear me okay in the room?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
all good.
Life in the room, yeah. Right, okay, let's get going. Right. Let's do a bit of a recap first. We this little sucker stopped me out. I think did we get stopped down here? I think we did, didn't we? I think we
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
I
we
think
did.
we did. And we've still got this closing gap. One thing I wanted to highlight to people, we've got this closing gap and we want to find our way to get from roughly here down to the extreme gap, and then from the extreme gap to the closing gap. But that might be this afternoon. And the thing that's going to prevent us is crude. Now, let's have a look at crude. The bot's on, of course. For the first bot, didn't work. The second bot, this is our trade we did this morning for a break here. And if you remember, this is our oblique resistance where we identified the market would probably stop. And it looks like it's hit that right on the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. And it looks like it's actually done a reversal. We don't know yet. This is what will be holding the FTSE up. Because as you know, by market cap, 26% of the FTSE is oil companies. So if oil companies are on a rah-rah going up, it'll prevent the FTSE from letting go. Although the FTSE is bullish, it's a Friday afternoon. It's nice that it's been bullish for the week. That means everyone's sat on some rupees, a bit of profit, and we want to take that to the bank on the back of that behavior. This trade here, we'll take this trade off because this was the bit. If you remember, we were looking at this morning, and I did say, if you remember rightly, the market's gone up. It'll go into some confluence, and the chances are 99% of the time it will break in the same way, and it has. I don't know if I wrote that. Did I write that into the room? No, I don't think I did. Didn't do my drawings, but there was a line, and the market came up, it's gone sideways, and it did break to the top. I am really interested in this in crude just coming off. Now, I've got an alert set here, as you can see here. If we start looking at breaking, excuse me, breaking some fractal structure here, then that will open up here, and it'll open up 82s again. I did mention, and we have traded 82s, and I want to then trade 71.55s, all predicated on what's happening. Nothing's coming out with OPEC, so we'll see what's happening. The big thing this afternoon, of course, is Jackson Hole Symposium, and Powell coming out with a speech at 3 o'clock saying the world is wonderful. Let's do a 25 to 50% basis point rate cut in September. That's 75 probable on voting at the moment. And if that happens, then, well, it's on the back of the expectations of the great PMI. And people are talking about the Purchasing Managers Index. on the services sector. But services sector, great. The powerhouse of any country is manufacturing. But there again, that was strong as well. So if we come out with interest rate cuts, that will obviously bring power into the money, especially foreign investment, and we'll get to see the market going up. Now, we can't trade, there'll be no spike. It's all about listening to Jackson Hole. I have no will or want to sit and listen to a lot of drivel out of Jackson Hole from Powell. There are plenty of other people that just sit and follow and listen and follow and listen. We're going to trade exactly what we see, and we do need to be out of the market round about anything with the US dollar on the side of it at 3 o'clock, or we do need to protect ourselves. So at the moment, I've got the robot in, doing a fractal short, just a reminder of where we are. I've got a few robots on. So at the moment, it was a bit disappointing. We're nearly hitting our 15% before the end of the month. And then we got a kick in the short and curlies for a 1% here. And I'm in USD Japan, Euro Pound, and oil. You've just seen oil. And we'll see where we get to from there. If those three can come in, that will take us into the 15% target again. So June 15% profit, July 15% profit. Let's see if we can do the same as last year. 22% in 1 month is what we did last August using these bots. Let's see if we can get close to 20% this month. Right. Let's go, and what should we look at now? Let's have a look at gold. As you know, I've been posting in here gold. Can I put this on? Screen am I on? Here we are. There we go. So, where are we? Here we are. There we go. Oh, what have I done? Where are we? Here we are. Hang on. There we go. Oh, what have I done? Where are we? Here we are. Hang on. For some reason, another channel's opened on my YouTube. That's it, I've turned it off now. Again, echoing. So we posted these this morning. Thanks for the shout out, Pete, on stop to entry. I was sat by the having taking a espresso and enjoying the sun. And I saw the ding dong, and I come running back because gold. We thought it was, these are the gold trades this morning. We thought it was going to, be a little bit sedate, and then we got a bit of traffic, and the whole thing took off, which was very nice. Here we are, and we just whack, and it was going really, really well. So I've took quite a few profit. Here we are. This was silver. I've took some profits out of silver, and we re-entered in silver. We had a 7% leverage, under 3% risk exposure. I banked another 1.8 and then banked a lot of stop to entries, etc., on gold and silver. Silver already done really, really well on that. Aussie, we're going to have a look at Aussie USD. We've got some new silver entries here. Robots on silver going long, of course, and STE on the Aussie USD. So that's going good as well. Let's go and have a look at Aussie USD. I forgot about Aussie USD. Let's just go and have a quick look. So, well, first of all, let's have a look where we are with silver. We're in with silver again, and we're going to add some more rupees to the pot on that and make some more money this afternoon, hopefully. I'm probably going to switch the silver, sorry, let's get it correct. The bot, I'm going to make this risk-free or take profits on this 1% entry here. And on gold, I'm probably going to switch the bot off and try and do a stop to entry or tighten things up in case things don't fare well. We're coming up to the 3 o'clock mark, and people are going to be getting out of trades. They're going to be sat. They're going to be watching what's potentially going on And yeah, so we've got silver on the go as well. I won't bother going across everything. I'm going to look at Aussie USD, I said, didn't I? So let's look at Aussie USD. Oh, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? It come up to 67.34.5, and I had 67.35 and missed it by half a pip. That's a wee bit disappointing. Did anyone take the profits on the Aussie USD?
No.
No. Is anybody in it still? Or did anyone take the trade?
Yeah, I'm in it, Steve.
All right, okay. Oh, it's very quiet in the room. Everyone's silent.
No, no, I'm here, mate.
It's like I'm like talking to me flipping self. Man, I do that regularly anyway. So anyway, great. So yeah, I'm going to keep this stop to entry. I'd like it to do another impulsive move, but we'll have to watch this before. In fact, I'm going to leave this on. There's a 1%. You know, we cannot lose money. If we fail, we win. If we win, we win more. So that's fine. If the market goes now a further, we've already made quite a bit of money on silver, quite a bit of money on gold, and took those profits. I let's go on to show what I've done on the DAX, because I think the DAX might just take off as well. So just let you know, I'm going to leave this. USD Japani is the other one that we've got a robot on. So I've got USD Japani, and do you know what? We're technically absolutely bearish. The bot's in. It's got a bit of wiggle room. We'll have to see near 3 o'clock what we're going to do with that. Show you before we go on the US markets. We've got loads of time for 2 minutes for the Dow, but we'll quickly go into the DAX. I posted progress coming down to here. What I decided to do, I took the executive. This is where we reverse on R3. So hit the targets, of course, going up. Haven't This was the target for next week. We've hit this week's targets here, which is nice, going up. So well done, everyone who traded that. I am wanting to close this gap. So there's the gap. The gap Friday afternoon. Will it clear? Will it close? Not really sure. We've got the rundown from here. Took the profits, and what I have done is put a fractal trade here, just in case the market does decide to break down here. Then we'll catch some. I'm not sure it's going to, because it's Friday afternoon. We may have put a low in, and we may be putting a higher low, and the market might continue on, as it generally does on a Friday. If we don't close that gap on a Friday and it keeps walking away and has no attempt for it before lunchtime, then generally it's going to leave a closing gap on the DAX. So we just need to be aware of that. However, if it does start to come down, then we'll give it some and do a trade on that. The ATR is 25. I've put it in as 26, extra 1 pip for the double tap or the spread. I know that people will argue the spread's 1.7, but ATR is 25. I personally put 26 in. And if we get that drop, then we could get another cheeky 1% out of that. Right. So we've looked at the Northern European markets, we've looked at precious metals, we've looked at crude, we've looked at the FTSE. Now let's have a look at the gap on the Dow, because do you know what? And I'm looking at the S&P as well at the same time. I've not done the analysis on the S&P, but the pivots are in. The Dow gap, the Dow is 55.8. So we're looking at around about 110 pips away for that close, for the qualification, and it absolutely does. We're right up to 78.6 Fibon, coming right up to CBOL, and let's have a look at where the stop is. if we can have a tasty stop there. My Fibo target, as you know, is 41.06, but that's predicated on the market coming down first. Yesterday's gap was here. The market fell. It's failed to rise. It's failed to hold, and the market's been pulled up with a Northern European session. We are going against a trend, so we want 0.5%. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drop down into 5 minutes. And I'm wanting a 5-minute fractal structure reversal. And we've got a gap down here. We do need a stop above Camarilla breakout long. So this is the structure here. We get away with, I'd say we could get away with 90 pips above the daily high. So 90 pips stop. 0.5% trade. And we're going to put this under the structure here. 87. And we're going to go for a gap close, which is all the way down here. So we're going into a little front run there. So not quite 180 pips, which would make it 1%. We are going against a trend. So what I'd like to do, if this triggers, and everything's saying it's not going to, but this is market function trade, of course. If we've got 12 minutes yet, if this market starts nudging up above Camarilla breakout long pre-market, then we're going to have to ditch this trade. In fact, if it opens above the 78.6, the chances of this coming down and closing that gap is significantly reduced. Doesn't mean to say it won't do it, but we're expecting 78.6 to put a lid on this, and then we want structure broken, and we want to take this down into the close. So that's what we're going to do with the Dow. So you can see where we are with the Dow. So assuming this, you've got to make some assumptions as traders, and we're going to do a Fibo. Assuming this is a top half, we're kind of expecting the market. There we are. There's a 61% Fibo there, which is just so happens it's right on the close. So I would expect the market to come down into here on a Fibo on a retrace. If the 78.6 holds on the retrace from down here, then we will expect the Fibo, boys and girls, pushing that down, and we'll be going for this. In fact, if it's very aggressive, then we kind of would expect, if the market's really aggressive, thinking that Powell's going to lower interest rates really aggressively in September, then we might have, the market might resolve itself to a 38% Fibo, which is down here. So you just need to make a mark in here as well. These are the two areas we're interested in. Daily pivot's always an interest because you get the pivot buyers are coming in strength, and how long that holds, we don't know. So that's about enough technicals on here for the Dow. I just have to wait and see what people are expecting and how they're going to trade this market. So 10 minutes to the open. Let's get the US 500 open. Right. So I've done nothing. I've not marked anything off. So, all right, we've got all our targets here. So that was a target that was hitting the way up. Target number 3 hit 1, 2, and 3. And Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday targets were coming up here. Target 1, target 2, and all our targets have been hit. So we've hit every single target we've gone for this week on the American markets, which is really nice. Let's have a look now at what we're going to do. So it's on the impulsive moves. It's not very clear here that that we can use a Fibbo tool on the 4 hour. Not particularly clear at all. You can see what the daily high here. We'll just mark the daily highs in while we're here. And the daily lows, nothing really to write home about on that. We've got a close all the way down here, which would be really, really nice to trade if we can get there. But again, it's just great expectations with Powell and what he's going to do on the speech. Right, so let's move into the detail. So we can see where the Camarella, you can see the 200 EMA absolutely crystal clear. This market is bullish. You can see with our normal indications here, absolutely bullish. OBV, unbalanced volume, absolutely bullish. Renko blocks going to the moon. So we have got a market efficiency in that we've got a closing gap down here as well. We are trading above the daily pivot. These are all the risks. Daily pivot in our way. These are all this is the risk in front of us. So let's zoom in a bit more. Very, very steady state futures market trading being pulled up from Northern European session. This would be ideal to buy the close. I think I'm probably going to sit this one out. I do not like, as you know, I do not like shorting the S&P. I like to buy the S&P. Statistically, you're more likely to win as a base setting. 53% of the time, it always goes up. So I want those stats in our favor. The market is exhausted. We are on a K line's about to cross the signal line on the stock. You could trade this if you want short. I'm not personally going to. We're gonna trade the Dow short. The markets do need to pull back. Where are we with the fib on this? We've got 7 minutes to go before the American market opens. So let's do a fib on this on a retrace. So it's coming up to his. I'll just put the 61.8 in. It's just about. I think the Fibbo boys will give up. They should do actually with what's going on. They should give up on this Fibbo. We'll see. If the market comes to C-ball, I do expect that this to be an issue in the market going up. Now, looking at the structure and the way the market is moving, we do have a 926 cross, but that's futures market. It's not cash traded. But these are all observations you've got to watch out for when you're trading. I think this is probably roll, but what's one person's view against another few million trading? Right, let's get the 15-minute. You can see absolutely it's just a very slow grind from the Asia Pacific market all the way through. Northern European then took over 8 o'clock round down here. Northern European took over and ground it up, and that's representative into the FTSE and the DAX as well. So we've got structure here, fractal structure on a 15-minute. Let's just if this breaks, and you could try and do a fractal reverse. I'm not. If I was on my own, I would be tempted if we break this structure. It's a bit more accurate this now. We break this structure, but I've got to cover I've got to cover gold, silver, crude, FTSE, DAX, USD, Japani, Aussie USD. As well as the S&P and the Dow. So I'm looking at 9 markets and try and do the best to cover, because I know everyone in the room won't be trading all those, but there'll be enough people trading some common things that I need to help with. Right. So 4 minutes to go on. I would be interested in maybe a pivot buy. All depends. We're kind of looking at these things, not kind of. We are looking at these things technically. We cannot forget one wrong word or one right word will change how everyone looks at this market. Let's just have a Tony, currently driving, jump on when I get home. All right. Some guys have been late. Hang on, I'll just turn my phone off because that's the fourth person that said they're late. That's okay. We're on for a few hours. Let's just see. Let's have a look at where this sits. So when we look at this pullback here, this Fibonacci is showing us around about a 78.6, maybe on the nose where we thought the market might come to. Let's put the Fibo down here and let's alert it. So we know the 61.8 Fibo has been alerted and it comes down. And I think we need also, because we might not be, we won't be watching this for sure. We look at this daily pivot as well. So we've alerted the daily pivot. If that breaks, it might fall down. And there is no issues if you want to short that. So we've got just under 2 minutes to go. So still got loads of time. Looking at the Dow's just slowly starting to roll. We're negative on the crude. FTSE's holding up. And Dow is coming down. The DAX is coming down a little bit. So let's do the exciting bit. I want to do we're going in this in the wrong direction. We are going against the trend. So I'm pretty keen if we get the opportunity for a stop to entry against the trend, then we should take that. Let's get into a bit more of an exciting time for let's get it into a 1 minute. Now, if you remember on Wednesday, this just took off and went for the sky. And then it turned around and fell over. So let's see. You can see the unbalanced volume here as the market opens within a minute. You can see all the orders being put in. It's flip-flopping around. Quite normal. Here's our gap. Coming down our gap down here. Is this market going to go for a rocket straight away? And everyone thinking interest rates are baked in and Powell's just going to confirm it. Are we going to get the rah-rah, or is the market going to go for the gap first before the speech? Let's see. So 20 seconds to go. Let's watch what happens. I've got the S&P up as well, just so I can see the S&P on different screens. To watch the bottom right hand corner, unbalanced volume flip-flopping away. It should come off. This is non-traded price. There's a hole in the market, so we should be, we're trading below camera breakout long and R1. Let's see. You can see I've got the indicator on twice. This is on I've been trying to smooth. You can't. It's nigh impossible trying to smooth a market so volatile. Let's take the OBV on balance. It's coming down. This is right on the time frame. You can see bears are coming in here and building on a short, which is nice. Never follow the tribe. We need to have rules on our trading. We need to have structure trading. The other thing is, if it comes down very quickly, please don't try and buy the market. That's a fool's game. You lose your fingers catching a falling sword. It would be nice if we can get a cheeky trade out of this quickly. In fact, to be fair, the S&P is coming off considerably faster than the Dow. Well, you know, we Dow, we've got a 40 pip market, a 40,000 pip market, and the S&P is only 5,500, but in comparison, it's coming off 3 times faster. I'll show you. You can't see the screens that I've got, so let's just put the this one on to get down into the detail. Look at that. Absolutely tanking. Now, if this was a DAX, if this was the Dow, we'd be already 200 pips down. But it isn't. So, absolutely flawed. This is where you need to hold your nerve, wait for the setup that we require. Let the market come to you. Never chase the market. Never. It will come to you. Wall Street has now been triggered short as well. Let's go and have a look at Wall Street because that should be getting a wiggle on. Down. So I'm just doing the same comparison there. Oh no, I've said a few hundred pips. It's come down 40. So let's see. You can see the on-balance volume. It's just been some, some reasonable orders have come in to short this market shorting. So doing what we expect, it just needs to continue doing that. What we don't want people thinking that this is a value buy, because the trading is absolutely full of gamblers, all I'll lose my fingers, all trying to catch a falling sword, all trying to catch the bottom. I keep saying to people, you do not need to catch a bottom, you just need to catch the area right and a movement and take some money out of the movement. The risk is, of course, coming down into this area of confluence, is that people are just buying challenge SIBO. And like Wednesday, we got a blooded nose on the first trade. But you've got to go for that break. Now, can you see the buyers coming all in? The market's coming down to this confluence. You know, it absolutely drives me bonkers. The American market, the American traders are absolute bonkers. They're like, you know, the one thing you got to say for the American traders, they do support the country and they do like buying their own shit. And as soon as it's come down this confluence, everyone's bought. Well, you can see the on-balance volume absolutely shot up, and the ATR is increasing, so more people are getting behind that. So as soon as it come down to it was bought. We went for the gap. So what we're not going to do is follow this trade because we need to go for the gap and the gap close because the market opened technically right, but we can't account for people buying this. Our strategy is to close the hole, the gap. So maybe we'll have some high frequency trading going on in here and trading into the cam level, the breakout long. Let's see what's happened in high. If there is a frac structure on the 22nd, no, there wasn't. I was looking for some structural buy-in, but nothing. Of course, there's a 22nd bar there, but that's not something that we do. We're going to probably get stopped on this. If this gets a build above cam level, it will go out. So we just need this to hold. This is why we're going to risk 0.5%. It is going against a trend. But sometimes we do need to lose. Don't get too used to winning. You can't, if we won all the time, it'd be called winning, not trading. So, but I do believe this will get closed. Well, I do believe it'll get closed. All depends what Powell says, of course. And it's not be preempting what he's going to say. Having said that, lots of people just have. They've just bought on the confluence. Let's wait and see. We'll put an alert on there so we know we're going to get when we get stopped out. The target without Powell is 41.046 today. But we wanted to attack that target from higher up. Now, we have breached at 78.6% Fibbo, and if we get a close above the camera breakout long body and wick, the probability of this doing 100% retrace is probably 100%. So we'll get stopped out because it'll go right up to the daily high here. And then we'll have to come back later in the day. We're here for later in the day, of course, and collect our rupees back off the market after loaning them this 0.5%. So I'm not going to watch that. It does need to come down. The alert will go off if we get stopped. So let's just kind of look at what's happening with crude now the market's opened. Right. So our bandwidth is 80 pip stop. We're 1/4%, quarter of the way into that. This is our oblique resistance. The market's banging up against that just at the moment. Oh, someone's singing, Andy.
Oh, sorry, mate. You're still alive.
Yeah. It's nice to have happy nice to have happy chappies in the room. Right. So, but hi guys, everyone on YouTube. Hi, thanks for coming. Hi guys. Right. So, you can. What else shall we look at? Let's have a look at what's happening with the DAX in response. We do get a rah-rah with the DAX on a Friday afternoon generally, but again, Jackson Hole pin in the backside having some the news, and it's not exactly news that's going to be hit or an announcement like PC, PMI, CPI data. It's not something that we can respond to. You're going to have to listen to the drivel before you, and the words and the tone to how people are going to receive it. So not a favorite day to trade today. We've got all our action out the way this morning, really. But you know, we're 20 minutes away from having to review where we are with the other markets. So the DAX took the profits into here for another fractal break, just in case the market comes off. I'm not really expecting it. Hit the first target. This the second. This is Monday's target, Tuesday's target. Just markets. Half the world markets are closed. Well, the FTSE, I should say, which drives massive volatility in the markets, are closed on Monday, bank holiday. So the DAX might slowly dribble up there, but that's the target we had for Monday. The initial target was already hit. Today's target, now the second target for Monday is here, and then it's just not coming off, is it? So we'll see. FTSE, that's predicated off, I think, this afternoon on crude. So let's have a look at that. Come on, refresh. There's our hole that we want to fill into here. Just quickly looking at the screens on gold with 2 pips down on gold. So that's something and nothing. Again, we had the slow grind on gold, which was nice. Nice to take them. And everyone take their profits on gold this morning? Nobody?
Yeah.
I didn't have it on.
Good, good, good. So just putting an alert on here. I think we've got crude from being 20 odd pips down to just 6 now. Be nice for it to just do a swan dive. And it's a waiting game, really. Sometimes trading's not that exciting. Patience always pays. You've got to be patient. You've got to let the market come to you, then take advantage and exploit it. So, all right. Okay. I'm just looking, sorry, I'm just looking at the stats. We've got 557 people on the YouTube at the moment. Not on this stream, but on YouTube, on my YouTube site. Quite interesting, really. I don't know how many are actually on board watching. I don't know. But seems to be an awful lot of people on a 10% of all these subscribers are on YouTube at the moment. Maybe working from home. I don't know. But I have no idea who's on. I can't see. All I can see is who makes who's I should actually get to know how to use YouTube a bit better, shouldn't I, really?
It says there's 15 people watching, Steve.
How do you see that? Because I can't. Oh, right, yeah, I've spotted it now. It says 18 now. Right. Cheers, babe. Considering when we write AI robots and stuff like that, I'm not very tech savvy in actually trying to read how many people are watching. But never mind. We'll see. Come on, get your backside down. We're 2 pips now on crude has started to roll. I'm looking at the hour part of that, and I'm really, really tempted to put a 5-minute fracker onto the FTSE, but it's before Jay Powell, isn't it? So I'm going to have to wait and maybe well, I don't really want to watch the gap close without being part of it. But yeah, frustrating sometimes. DAX is coming off as well. So to wait and see. Wall Street's coming down eventually. And yeah. So maybe everything is holding and not giving it a rah-rah. Let's kind of look at, I'm putting an alert down here. That structure is broke. This is the key structure here. If this breaks, and there's nothing to stop it dropping straight down into the close. And we do not want to be caught not being in the market. So let's kind of look at that down. It's just wavering. So you can see the fractal structure building on the 5-minute. We are trading above the 9 EMA. So the force is with us. You can see on balance volume is with us. There are less people into the market. You can see the average true range coming down. So about the rah-rah, everyone, there'll be blood and guts everywhere. People throwing dollars up in the air. Others sat in string vests wondering what the hell happened. All the gamblers are all in this area. You can see by the massive indecision candle here, just on that 5-minute range, 137 pip range, which is quite large, really, considering the ATR is only 55, 15%. It's people are really throwing the dice down the table. So you can see we're getting some rejection pins on the Heikin Ashis, but we are trading above the 9 EMA. So really, the daily 4-hour, 1 hour, everything right down to 5 minutes, momentum is up. We're trading above the price. The price action on 5-minute is up also, complemented by the EMA. And this isn't coming off until we get a close under the 9 EMA. And when on balance, we need the volume to start decreasing. We need the participants starting to go up on the average true range. We need to just flatten it up. So nothing really exciting. Our Aussie USD, our stop to entry, no loss, no gain, was triggered. So it's a shame we come within half a pip of the trade, and well, we made just less than one, just over half a pip profit, rather than 0.98%. But never mind. That's why we get stops, to make sure we don't lose money where practicable. Oh, hi, Pepe. I guess he's in his truck now. Hey. Hey, Shelly, haven't seen you for a while. Why aren't you in the trading room as well? I'm Pepe. You should be. I don't know if they are in the trading room. Never mind. Rightio. Let's. Wow, markets. Not very exciting, guys, is it? But everyone's watching on YouTube. Welcome to the a real trading room. This is what real trading is all about: sitting, waiting, using strategies, being patient, and trying to take advantage of the market and trying to take advantage of what you see. Especially difficult today when we've had all the good news on the dollar and rhetoric about what Powell's going to say at 3 o'clock, and the markets are responding accordingly, flat. So as we get to 3 o'clock, we want to make ourselves as risk-free as practical, but it would be nice to try and get into the green before 3 o'clock on some of the trades that we're currently running, so we can be risk-free for when the news comes out. Let's just have a quick look, see if we're just moving into the green now. Let's just have a quick look at any bots. So we've got the bots here. We've got the USD Japani, Fracker bots. Oh, it looks like that Fracker bot's been stopped. I'm leaving that Fracker bot on. USD crude, that's another one that we're on, and the bots on there. Do you want to get involved in the two safe haven currencies? Not really, not in the hour. We're trading above the 200 EMA CAD. Well, while oil is giving it some, we do not want to be try to trade this short. Although I must admit, from a technical point of view, that's pretty tasty. That is quite tasty. What we'll do on that one, we'll put an alert on that. Just have a quick look at what that bot is. I'm not sure really. Let's just find it. CAD Swiss. And we could then we go a built CAD Swiss. We do, haven't we? Right, CAD Swiss. So look at the code. 25 pip stop. That's quite a meaty stop, really. Let's put some alerts up into the bottom of this confluence here. If the market reaches that high, then we're obviously going to get a double tap reversal there, and that might be quite interesting. Just have a look at what alerts have been triggered. FTSE's been triggered. Blumenek, that's coming down then, isn't it? We've got gold triggering going higher as well. Crude triggering. Well, let's just get rid of some of these triggered trades. So it's crude. Just have a look at these. Gold on its way up. We took the profit out of gold and we're in gold as well. But 8 minutes to go. So really we want to be looking at not new trades at the moment. We're looking at some risk reduction. So we've already done risk reduction on this one. I'm going to leave. Let's run quickly into Dow and see what the Dow is doing. It looks like it's going for that 40 odd pip lunge. Again, we're probably just going to have to dump this. We're not having when we're got 7 minutes to go. So what I would suggest, guys, here is probably need, while it's in some profit, when you see some profit into here, if it happens again before 3 o'clock, like now, dump this now, take the profit. We haven't got enough space to do a stop to entry. So the way to trade this is to not put yourself at risk, undue risk. So you don't know what the risk is. And if you don't know what the risk is, then that's gambling. So anything with the US dollar on, we want to be out of that market, apart from crude. So at the moment, let's have a look. Let's go over to gold and see what's happening with gold. Do you know what we could do? We could put a spike trade into here for an ATR move. That might be quite interesting to watch. In other words, we were only going to go if we get the confirmation of a trade. But let's have a look at gold first. Wow, look at that reversal on gold. Wow. People are doing better than me. They are preempting. While I'm talking across multiple markets, they're all looking at getting out. Right. Do I want to potentially lose 1% on this? Or can it for a quarter? I think, well, let's look. Has anybody took the short into the FTSE? I'll just very quickly show you. I've been talking on too many things, but this should be a break straight into there. Less than 4 minutes to go. It's just, that's when he's just going to get onto the podium, of course. But his speech, he could take a while before anything transpires. I'm just wondering whether I want to put that fracker trade on into that close. I need to get down to that 5 minute, and you'll be able to see there's going to be a fractal break in there. Is there a 1-to-1 on the break of that structure? ATR is 10. We need at least an ATR stop. This is going to be so frustrating. It's just going to do it. Just going to do it. We've had an alert on the DAX as well, not got tapped into the DAX. Do you know what? We're going to do this because oil is not really taking off at all, and it doesn't want to come off. We're going to do a fractal break. We're going to get we want to do a 10-10 away as much as possible away from that fractal break. In case we get a spike, we need a 10-pip movement, and we're looking for that to drop straight into the close. We're going to put an alert down here, down to the pivot, down the middle edge through the pivot. If we get down there, we are going to do a stop to entry. So the guys in the room, if you're going to trade this with me, and you do see it break in, and we do observe a stop to entry. If I'm not in that market, please shout out so we don't miss it as a group. This is the trade I wanted to break for doing that gap as well on the, I'm not, get the right one up on the DAX. Come on. So you can see the structure here wanting to break. Want to get a cheeky drop into here. And then a stop to entry. We're on the daily high. This can continue through. And it would be nice if you can nail that. So there's quite a few things that we're looking out for here. We're still on a bear with 1 minute. While I remember. Right, okay. Right. The annoying thing will be is if the Dow just gives off right into the 3 o'clock. So I did say we could do a spike on this, didn't I? So we can see where the market's come to. This is the area we thought the market may stop, and indeed it has. We have a hole all the way down here to fill. We took a few rupees, nothing worth shouting about. But if the market does come on a lunge down to here, we can have a 78 pip stop, much tighter spot stop at 0.5%. And if the market lunges on a fractal breakaway, then we'll have that. And we'll try and get that lunge. Can we get a 1-to-1 down here? We'll watch, we'll see what we can get on that. The market's likely to be on a rah-rah. If we break this structure here, then we're going to walk away from this and wait. It's broken, so let's get rid of it. Let's get these alerts going. We've got these alerts off on gold. Come on, gold's lunging to the top. There's 1% coming up on gold. We want to stop to entry. Are we going to get a full whack straight away? Come on. Stop to entry on here. Are we going to, it's going to take us out. So there's another 1% on gold. Very nice indeed. So there is management of gold. We want to flip over now onto that USD Japani bot. And it's now coming up. So what we want to do on USD Japani, we're going to take out the bot as a bot. You guys can all do this with me. So let's get your traders, get your bots. Bloody hell, get the bloody mouse working. Sorry. I got a magic mouse. It's more magic than me. There it is. Turn the bot off. Crude, crude, crude. USD Japani. Where's USD Japani? Stop USD Japani bot. Off. Off. Who's you told? Switch that instrument off. Manage that with a stop. Come on. Guarantee at least 10 pips on that. It's come within a midges what's it, hasn't it? Flipping out. 57.5, and it came down to 57.5. Obviously, the news hasn't been fantastic. I don't know whether to just take 1% here now because it's 30 odd pips to stop on this, or whether to leave it to run. Just have a look at the bot structure. Well, I don't have to. It's done it for me. It's actually done the full whack of 45. So we'll put that in 40, 45, 45. Another winner. So we're nearly at the 15% again, like we did in June, 15% in July. And let's just have a look at where we are with these other bots. Euro pound was the other one, wasn't it? Euro pound. Let's have a quick look at that. That's in the making money as well. I was doing a one-to-one. Again, this is, you see the market came to come down, hit some confluence, and the idea was it would break to the downside. It's done that as well. This is a one-to-one bot, this particular one. So we're looking for a one-to-one trade on that as well. It's already, I was wanting to show you the trade, but that trade also had a manual trade, which was here. So 11 and 11 it spiked down to 11 and 14. So it's already hit 1% on there. And then the bot will take that out as well. Let's have a look and see what crude's doing. Come on. Well, nothing. It's going sideways, isn't it? It's neither broke a new high or give us a low. It's come up towards 0.5% risk profile. The news is obviously a rah-rah for the American market. Now, I rather suspect it's uncertainty bad news, and people are, what generally happens is people don't get it right in the head. Is if it's strong, if it's news for a stronger dollar, people go, well, our American market's great, blah, blah, blah. It isn't good, it's bad. You don't want a strong dollar. The strong dollar makes the indices more expensive to buy. But then they will recognize that that is bad, and gold will just keep shooting up, and then the American market will turn around and come down. So we've not heard the news, but we can see from the price action, the expectation of the target was at 41.46, and the spike hit. We missed it by 1 pip. That's not bad out of 41,000 pip market on that spike. So I expect the S&P to have followed in the same suit. And what you'll see as an interim is that gold will follow the same. I shouldn't say all these things on record, should I? Well, we'll soon see. The S&P should have rocketed yet. And we'll see gold all go the same way. But what you will see is the American markets turn around and dive down. And gold will continue going on. So let's have a look. Yes. And gold's coming up to the sky. So we had the targets in the here, as you know, and made that profit. So well done to everyone making more money. The next target I do have on the scene will be 25.35 that we put in the trade plan this morning. Come on, come on, come on. I think I published a trade plan. Published lots of trades. Where is it? I've been running these robots and back testing, so it's really absolutely hammering the cash. Oh, there we are, there's a plan. So gold at the 24.95, then 25.05. That's whacked. Right, okay, fair dues. I only had those two targets in today, fearing that 25.35 would be a step too far, but looking at this price action, it isn't a step too far at all. Let's just have a look, see if the stats have changed. Try not to get brought in with all the rhetoric. Let's just have a look at statistics. Come on. Well, 75% of the rate cut. Reduce. All right. So the news isn't as good as we expected. It's dynamic. This is 75.5 this morning for potential 25 basis point, looking at 25 basis point rate cut. So the messaging hasn't been what was expected. Oh, going for the moon. So we want to be looking at a way to add to our gold trade. It's currently zoom. Well, we've got no gold trades in. Or flipping it. I'm running too many things at once. I should have cleared the cache. All these robots taking up lots of we've got the bandwidth. We're streaming on Zoom, we're streaming into YouTube, we're running robots. Mind the internet's running at 300 megs, so that's fine. It's just the processing power. I'm running an i9 quad core, so it should be okay. What can we do? What can we do on him? I'll just turn Gary off. Sorry, Gary, but you might open mic on. We might have to bear with it for 1 minute while I reload PRT because you can see it's not working. What can I close off? Let's close some of the things off, I think. It doesn't help having 15 windows open as well. I'm going to restart it. We're going to restart this. It takes about 2 minutes, so bear with me. I'll keep the share going. Come on, come on. Exit with everything working. So we've got 14 pending orders and robots all going. All right. I'll relaunch this again and it should just go nice and fast after this. Let's have a little look at Eddie. Can you see the eagle here? This is just at the side garden. These are so damn big now, they're a bit higher than the eagle, so you can't actually see anything. I tell you what I haven't looked at. No one's reminded me either with silver. While we're loading, can anyone tell me where we are with silver? Is it still going on? Should be. Is that silence from the floor? No one's in, I guess.
No, not in it.
Right. Let's see. Come on. It isn't PRT that needs a reset. I think it's in the machine with a cache clearing. Yes, it's a machine, not PRT. Flipping heck. Right, so what we're looking for here, that might have helped a little bit, but we do need a pullback. Let's look at silver. I don't want to miss out cash in silver, and if we're still in. Right, okay, the manual ones have, it looks like the manual will have to go and check, hit target, and we've got the robot in the fracker long on silver, so we're not manually trading this, we're out. First target was 29.83, second target was 29.60. That's all been hit. The bot must have just come on at 3 o'clock-ish. When did that bot come on? When did that bot trigger? Bot triggered at 3:10. So the market spiked up, hit target 1, hit target 2. The bot's now coming again. So if you want to continue on with silver, there is a fractal. Let's have a look for a 5 minute. We won't do 5. We'll do what the statistics on the bots are saying, which is the perfect entry is a 10-minute fractal statistically on silver. And we're in a breakaway, aren't we? At 10 minutes, we're on a breakaway there. So let's run this down. We're on a breakaway, so let's see if we can. There's nothing to look at. You've got to let the bot take the strain, I think. There's nothing to get excited about. Was anyone listening to Powell's talk event?
Yep.
What's he said, Pete?
Not a great deal, to be honest. It's hard to listen to all of it with your commentary and his, but yeah, it's not really clear yet.
By the sound of looking at it technically, he's disappointed the market, which is good.
Yeah,
he's in a waffle mode, isn't he? That's what it looks like. It's
waffle, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the waffle. People don't like waffle. They haven't got the patience and they walk away. So the spike's gone up. Gold's going up. We need a pullback on gold because we want to continue giving gold a hammer. Now, futures contracts. Let's go back to gold. I did have this. What was it? Was it the 16th of September hitting my big target? And we've got the contracts on. We've got futures contracts on gold. They're still open. They're still going long. They're still long. And the target is, oh God, sorry, swearing. The robot's gone back in again. So if you're running your robots and your robots have gone in again and they're on the way, I did the analysis on the 20th of March. By the 20th of September, we will hit 25.72. That's looking highly probable at the moment. And by Christmas, 3,000. So gold and silver have been dealt with by the bots at the moment. You can manually trade them. I would get quite aggressive on a 5-minute fracker when this slows down and takes a breath. The bot's going right into this area of resistance here. So we probably should do the same as well in a fractal. Quite happy to do a 5-minute fracker. Now it's showing its hand. To wait and see. This will have brought the FTSE up, and it'll have brought the DAX up, which is quite nice because you want to frack the backside of it into the close from 5 to 4 down into the close. Prosecco o'clock, I think we call it, don't we? We're 3/4 of an hour away from that yet. So yes, that's what's happened. We've got that rise up. Now, now this is a great opportunity to short the FTSE. I know it's going against everything that you can see. It is Friday. We do need to be contrarian on a Friday. We do know the news isn't all that is professed to be, because it's not really come out yet. If it was fantastic news, it shouldn't have much of a bearing now on the FTSE. While I'm talking, the market is coming down. I'm going to do a positional trade on a swing high above here. You can either follow me, but you're going to be after very, very quickly. We're going to look at what we're looking at here. We're looking at ATR's 10. I'm just going to punch this as soon as I can. I'm probably looking at around about 12 pips stop on here, guys. 12 and 12. Oops, 12 and 12. Now I'm going to smack this as soon as I can. And I'm going to hit that now as a short. And we're going to come back to, and we're going to move this all the way down into the close. And we're going to ride this all the way to 4:30. And hopefully we will get a 2% out of this. Bear with me, I'm just going to trade near the account on a different machine that I've got loaded here. Just want to put this in now on the FTSE. Get in. That's it.
Powell's finished now.
So nothing really, nothing startling.
No.
Looking at the stats that are running in the background, the stats are telling me there's going to be a maximum 25 basis point rise. Everyone wanted 25, everyone wanted 50. So we'll see the market coming down, and we're going to take advantage of that. Gold will go up and the market will come down. Both went up together, but everyone's wrong. Well, people's knee-jerk reaction is wrong, but most retail traders will knee-jerk. We want this market to come off. So let me just put this trade on, and that on a different machine at 83. Next Rollins 82.90. And then we're going to take advantage of the market, and we're going to short the Dow into the close. Right, so this is just going to, what's a technical term? It's going to bugger about for a bit now until 4 o'clock-ish. Put some alerts down into here, which is going to be at 12 pips, which is our 1% or our stop to entry. And then we can look for a 1 minute fracker into here to close it. That's what we want to look at. So I imagine all the markets, the DAX will have gone ballistic. Let's have a look. And I'm going to take a short of that DAX. So we can have another short on this DAX as well. It's going against the trend on this DAX. We have hit flipping at Monday's target. Obviously, we need to get better at targets. We're hitting them too quickly, which means they're not very good targets. Right. Don't want to, no, I'm going to leave this away. If you want to short this, then you can short it. If you're going to short it, you need to have a minimum of 25 pip stop. So I'm going to leave that with you. To the guys in the room, what you want to do. A 30% ATR would be a healthy stop at the moment. That is going to be 50, and at the moment you'd have to put in 55. So I'll leave that with you. If you want to, market comes up again into here, then it could be a good trade. But I think I'll wait for a structural break. Let's go to that Dow. And have people given up yet? Right. Now, the thing is here, if you are not a Mickey Long, and we all know in the trading room who Mickey Long is, The market's just in a double tap reversal at fifth. I'll just show you on the, before we look at this, because I want to trade this in the symbol. Just want to show you about how good, how wise it is sticking support and resistance in. If you were going to trade that long out the trap, there is on the nose the support and resistance. We put that was the top of the resistance, which we said would be 5642, and the market came up to 5642. It's mustard, so that was identified on a 4-hour time frame on a double tap reversal. They are right now. So with a double tap reversal, if you would have been quick there, then you would have had an order to short into here. That was only a technical short, and I don't really short the S&P, so obviously wouldn't have done that, and that could have been a very, very quick bit of money, but I'd like it to come down to be able to trade it long. If we broke out, so conversely, if we break out this double tap here on the 4-hour, take it to 4 hours. Let's take these EOD cash pivots off. So, and zoom right up here. Zoom this market in a bit more. So you can see the markets came up here and then came up here again. If we do get a breakout here, then the opportunity isn't particularly large now. So the opportunity would be into this level here. We have no structure to see the probability of that happening, because this has all been a spike trade. So on the breakaway, got to think about the breakaway, got to think about the average true range, got to think about the impulsive move size. On the S&P is going to be 10 pips. You need at least a 10 pip impulsive move clear, and we do have that. To be fair, there's 20 pips on there. So if there's a 5-minute fractal above this line, and you can see a 10 pip risk reward, which would be a 15% ATR impulsive move, then that would be fine to go. This is going to produce a fractal here, as long as this doesn't break here. It's going to produce a fractal. Let's have a look at what that alert was. It's opened up on a different screen, so I'll show you. Pull it onto the screen. So Wall Street triggering to the top. CAD Swiss. All right, Looney's bringing them back up, so we won't bother with that one. CAD Swiss, so get rid of those trades. We've already done them. We've already done this trade as well. We've already done this trade as well, and here as well. Let's just, while I'm reminding myself, just have a look at the Dixie. See what it's doing. Yeah, so you can see the interest rates coming down. Boom. That means dollar cheaper, money going into the market, spike up. That's what's happened with the reaction. So even I know exactly what's happened to the Euro USD without even opening that up. You can see here that this has come down. Euro USD have gone boom to the top. Well, I'll show you. It's going to prove me wrong now. But Euro USD would have done the exact opposite to this. Euro USD, boom, there you go. Exactly the opposite. We know why that happened. Can anyone can you remind the room why that happened? People remember. Remember the dollar basket. Oh, 57% of the dollar basket's made up from the euro. That's so when we get a dollar basket large movement, it has a huge effect on the euro. So if the dollar basket is tanking down, euro USD will go back up. It also has a big effect on the USD Japanese and cable to a lesser extent. So we go and have a look at euro USD. You'll see euro USD tanking down against the Japanese yen. So, wow. Shimber stopped at entry on that, just blew the targets out completely, didn't it? But this is what it's all about. It's about risk management. You're better off not losing money than risking your 1%. The good thing is you can see that's moved up because. So, can anyone remember why Aussie has moved up against the USD? You know, the dollar's gone weak, but the Aussie, can you remember why the Aussie goes up? What is one of the driving forces for the Aussie?
Gold is one.
Absolutely, yeah. Dead right. Dead right. If gold's going for the moon, and especially if you've got a weak dollar, this is the Aussie will just go for the stars. Don't trade this now. You wait for a pullback and you wait for a 50% pullback on that hour bar before you want to get involved back in on this. So USD Japan, we know we've hit the targets on that. We know we smashed the targets going down. We just banked a nice trade on that. And yeah, you can see that it's coming down again. Be nice to try and hit our targets here. So a pullback on the USD on the USD Japan would be nice also to get involved. Do I want to turn the fractal bot on? Well, do you know what? It's really, really tempting because we're still really high on the stock. The risk is it will just trigger on the next fractal and we want to pull back. There's the next fracker. Quick binary trader, I guess. That's going to be the next fractal there. Hasn't done it yet, but that will be the next fractal. And we're talking roughly 50 odd pips. I'd like to see it settle down a little bit before I get involved in that. Really don't need to get involved in it. Yeah. So crude is coming up again, but we are, if you look at crude, we aren't building. We're still right on the 200 EMA. Market is negative still on the day. This descending line was a potential breakaway trade for crude to go long. So we did do a trade on crude this morning, a long trade on crude, and we did do the we did the crude at $82.50 a barrel as a call option. And that's just about breaking even now. So very nice indeed. So did anyone actually get into crude with me on that option, that call option? Or was I just on my own?
Steve, no.
No, it's okay. I like to show all the different instruments we can use. Doesn't mean to say you have to take them. I'm just here to guide you through all the different options that I don't mean that as a pardon the pun, that it seemed to me that we bought a contract here. Can I show you the contract? There's the contract. Will it pull on the screen? So on the downside, this was a value contract all the way down here on crude. and we were looking for crude to give us 400% reward. And it's still a great option down here at the moment. Call option $72.85 a barrel. And we've got that in at the moment. If the market comes down further, then we should get some more on that. I would like to see the market coming all the way down to 71.55 and later on today. And I would then add to a October 24 call option at 82.50 a barrel. Right, let's see if gold's pulled back yet. So, not yet. Market's still bumping around a bit. It's the gap on that fractal is quite large, isn't it? Let's just measure that. 15 pips. We do have a one-to-one break on that, don't we? Hang on a second, was there a bot on that? Didn't the bot switch on? Have I switched the bot off? I'm just looking at the history. No, the bot must have got stopped. It stopped here. Just got clipped. I'm leaving the bot going. Leaving the bot going. Euro pound, as you know, that's both of those have one exited at a win, and the second with manual trade win at 15.06 and 15.02 and 15.06 respectively. I'm going to put this fracker in now on this trade. I think it's 15, get away with, yes. 15.15 up to the next target. Market's settling down now. Speeches have stopped, and its expectations have not been met. So people will build into gold, and we can continue our gold exploration. Let's just give it a bit more wiggle at half a pip there, and we'll get into gold there. There with me. Just going to do that again. Gold, there's gold. There's gold in those hills. Let's go and whack it. Right, gold. Right, then gold again. Right, so what we're going to do? What time is it? 3:35. We're still half an hour away from the FTSE action. Let's go and look at what should we go and look at. So the indie boxes are who's in the room? I don't think there's any indie bot users in the room.
Yeah, I've got them, but I haven't used them.
You haven't been using them? Right. Is there a reason for that?
I think it's just the timing, Stephen. Like I've left a couple on at night, which haven't been so great.
No, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. It's uh, it's midnight where you are, isn't it? Sorry, I
Yeah,
keep forgetting. A lot of the opportunities have been when you're in bed. That's a pain in the ass for you, isn't it?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Or if I happen to be, they don't, I've left them on and it hasn't been favorable necessarily.
Yeah, yeah. Just thinking of what I can do. I mean, I'm tightening them up. I mean, for a semi-auto rather than switching them on a pullback. I'm just thinking how it would help the guys down under. Uh, the DAX was on this morning for the bot. I didn't turn it on. Um, I'm not gonna kid you on that. I did because I didn't. It's a pain in the ass because it would have done really well. But yeah, let's these screeners. Let's have a little look. We're limited what we can do on a Friday. I've got 74 screeners there, but let's just have a look at these put these frackers on. Well, screaming at us crude. Oh, we've already got crude on, and it's not faring particularly well at the moment. This, just from a technical point of view, let's wound out. We'll go into the frackers in a minute. This is the only one that's poised for a high probability reversal. But this is the resistance coming down. Now, if we break this resistance, then all bets are off. And breaking the resistance, we will need a 30-minute bar, body and wick, breaking above this resistance, and then a break of that bar. That will confirm a breakaway. So let's have a look. So here's a, right, let's get rid of this bullseye. So here's a 30-minute bar completed in the next 21 minutes. If we get this 30-minute bar, full body and wick clear here, break of that bar, then we can forget this resistance. It's now, the market's accepted this on a breakaway. The downside is we'll get stopped for 1%. The upside is our call option will just make more money, which is nice. So, but we don't want to win one trade at the to the detriment of a secondary trade. But if you've got a 1 hour resistance, which is on an oblique, not on support and resistance. So the support and resistance line up and down like this, you wouldn't use a 30-minute bar. You use a 5-minute bar acceptance. On an oblique, because markets get pushed up and it's a variable, and to a degree, you've got a bandwidth here. It's a bit more subjective. You want a clear 30-minute bar out of that body and wick, just to confirm. If it's support resistance, if it's going to be on a 4-hour chart, then you need a 15-minute bar, body and wick. If it's going to be on an hour chart, then you want to be looking at a 5-minute bar, body and wick as a confirmation of that resistance has been broken or support, and the market's accepting that price. So for the moment, the market is still on a battle, the bear bull battle, on whether they're going to get a breakaway or we're not going to get a breakaway. So this is the perfect 15-minute entry. In other words, the perfect time to switch your bot on to go short. At the moment, it would never trigger short because the market's going long. So we've got the perfect combination. It's saying yes, a strong trend. Oh, so really, this indication, you are never going to get a better signal than that on that screener. That screener looks at 4 hours, it looks at A 1 hour, it looks at a 1 hour EMA, it looks at a stop pullback on a 1 hour. It then refines it down into 15 minutes and makes sure we've got a full duck alignment from 15 minutes all the way through to 4 hours that this market is short. It doesn't look short at the moment, but this is, if you haven't got your crude fracker on, then yeah. And then this would be a great place to add on a manual trade under here. So you put that line in here and then set an alert button on that line. So when the market triggers in here, you're going to get alerted for the market going down. Okay. Right. DAX. Let's go back through the Northern European markets. DAX still staying up. I said I would leave that. FTSE. Keep getting whacked on this FTSE. We're waiting for 4 o'clock for this to really start to come off. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's try to fill in the space now. We can use some filters. Down. As a down started to come off. It's time to relax, isn't it? But we do need it to come off. There's a lot of pips being in the close, isn't there? $370 pips. It's got a lot of breathing room. Where is are you in the room still, Jeff?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you putting a big switch? Are you going for this gap?
Yep, I am.
You're going to hopefully wake up on Saturday morning with some rupees in your bank.
Yeah, hopefully.
Have you whacked it from all the way up here?
No, I whacked it from, let's have a quick look. 49.75.
4975. All right, okay.
I'm about 125 points away from where I was, from where it started.
Yeah. I really am tempted because the news hasn't been fantastic news for the Dow to really go up. I'm just wondering whether I should put a positional thing in. So the risk reward ratio is massive, isn't it, at the moment where we are?
I'd be keen, Steve, if you were going to set something up.
Yeah, I need to analyze it a bit because we've got a potential. It's still early doors on the American market. We've got potential 3.5% trade on this one, but it's not for all the people in the room that are learning, of people with smaller accounts. I'm just thinking, what are the mechanism that could you? Do you know what? Let's have a look at the puts. See if there's a put we can. While it's high, we can sometimes catch the broker out. I'm just going to put the options on. I'll tell you what, I'll move this over out the way in a minute, and then we'll put the options on. We'll just have a little look, see if we can get this on the screen. Can move this across. Come on, where's it gone? Oh, here we are. Right, so let's move these screens across. I just want to show you what we, some people that don't come on so regularly. Let's get these indices. Let's get Wall Street on. Let's get a daily put because it's early in the morning still, of course. And let's see if we can go 41 200. That would be a perfect storm, wouldn't it? So the thing I'm thinking about here is we're going to need about 120, 130 points. And if you're going to do 50 cents, half, if you're going to do 0.5% risk, then really, I'm just thinking here that 41,100, 41,100, 41,100. That's still, for the smaller account, we really want to be risking £20 for the largest amount, and that's on a smaller account, that's a 3% risk with no stop. But this is on the basis of closing this gap. So really, we could, I'm just looking where the prices are. We would expect this to would expect it to finish definitely under Cambrella breakout long today. That's 4,900, 4,950, 4,950, 4,960. Now that's better. That's a bit more palatable. And that will give us an opportunity for a short without a stop. Right, we're going to go for that, guys. 49.40. And that could give us quite a big risk reward. Give us a couple of 100% return. Better press that button now because it's getting more and more expensive. That is the one. So let's whack that. Deal confirmed. We've had to pay 50, let's say 50. And I think we'll certainly be on the money on that. The market gonna close below 49.40. So nice way to short a daily market without having a stop. The stop is end of the trading day at 9 o'clock. So it gives us the opportunity to get in, and you can see here the market's in the 90s now. I think we could do okay. And what we could do is do a 0.5% leverage as well on a manual trade once we get a structural change. I like trading the down for trading the gap close. It is it's quite rare. Oh, that's the alert saying get ready for the FTSE coming down. So we can put an alert on here. Let's get rid of yes. Let's put this back. So we short on a put option. Come on the why isn't it moving? There we go. A smaller move would be nice. If we can get a fractal under here, I'm going to put an alert here. And the market has give us your bloody time. Oh no. Create the alert. The market comes down here, then we can look at a fractal, and we could still get quite a tasty trade on that, 190 odd pips. We'd need a 56 pip stop. That could be quite a tasty trade. So we need to go to the FTSE now and have a look, because I believe the FTSE within the next 5 minutes, 5 to 4 to 5 past 4, we'll see the market run down. Let's see if it will. if you'd bought the Wall Street call put option, you're in the money straight away now. It's now in the money. Crude is coming all the way. I'll show you crude before we go on to FTSE. I'm going to quickly, my voice is going, so I need to go and get a quick drink, ready to short the FTSE. But the crude should be rolling. Right. But that high test, it's not worked. At the moment, it doesn't look like the high test has worked. So 30-minute bar, never cleared. Balance volume is just rolling off. Let's get into small amounts. So really, then the market needs to come back into here. If this rings off, then we can short the backside out of this as well. Gold's pulling down, and we have not been triggered into gold. And it is coming down, which today for the rest of the day is a value buy. FTSE Spanish arrangement. So what we're looking for here, let's just get rid of all these painting by numbers. Do we need a fractal? Oh, let's just turn everything off for a minute. Turn the fractals off. Let's get a look at these bars. So what we're looking for between 5 to 4 and 5 past 4 is a 5-minute Heikin Ashi candle, ideally with a flat top, and this is one. Ideally closing under the 9 EMA, and it is. This is an early bar. Normally it's 5-2 to 5 past. Well, actually, this will close at 5-2, so that's good. So this could be good. We will just have to wait and see. And while I've got that couple of minutes, keep an eye on that. Well, more than that, I'll put the trade on, because this will qualify here. A break of this 5-minute bar here, stop on the swing highs. You are looking at 17 pips, guys. 17 and 17. And I'm going to go and make a drink, and we're going to sit on this, and we're going to watch this work. Well, we're going to watch this trade, let's say. So break of this 5-minute bar, break that bar, we're going to go at 14. So as I say, I'll be back, and I'm going to get that DAX is tonking off as well. I'm just going to put gold up on a different screen so I can watch gold at the same time, and then go and make a drink. So gold's coming down nicely to a resistance level. Another opportunity to get in. Crude, got crude in there, and I'll put the Dow on the other screen so I can see everything at once. And we can just sit and watch the FTSE and try and exploit it. Right, they're all there then. I'll be back. Let's make a drink. I'll be a minute or two. Right. So we're waiting for this break. Want this bar to break here, ideally. Are you on the greens, Pete, over bank holiday?
Yeah, I will be, mate. Tomorrow. Well, yeah, actually, all 3 days: Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
It's quite funny, really. There's some golf courses around here. A few of them are shut.
Why?
So, too hot.
Wow.
But I think the let's call it the older gentlemen have been falling over with sunstroke.
I'd love it to be too hot to play golf over here. It's bloody freezing.
So did anyone do the Euro? Can anyone tell me why the bot, the Euro GBT, Great British Pound, stopped out at 11.7 pips? Did you switch the bot on? Anyone switch that bot on? Just have a quick. Was there a fractal reversal? Because it should have gone for 26 pips. I don't know why. Euro, Great British Pound. While we're waiting. Don't know why. Ah, it's reacted to the spike, hasn't it? So we were in, all right, type this in, type this in. We were in at 8470.5. Let's have a look. 8470.5. So it triggered at this level. Ah, yeah, it's come out on a fractal reversal. As you know, these bots have got about 3 or 4 different ways of getting out. And it come out at 84.58. 84.58. So come on to 84.58. Is this one that I turned the bot off and manually did it? 84.58.8. 84.58.8. That's where it come out. So it shorted there, shorted down, and then the market reversed and it come out here for a profit of 11.7. And the actual, let's just put this in. It went in at 84.7.5. So it was supposed to have a 26 pip target, and it made 11.7. So it made 0.5 as it made 0.5%, 15%. But why? I don't know, what time did it come out? Come out at 15:02. It's come out on that spike, hasn't it? 58. Why did it come out at 58.8 when the fractal is, reverse fractal is 84.60? It's 2 pips different. What's the spread? 1 and a bit. I haven't got an answer for that. It's within 2 pips, but the spread's less than 2 pips. It's obviously come out and it's come down and then it's reversed. Well, I'm going to make a note of that and have a look at the code because it's not making any sense to me. I'll have to go back and have a look at the recording as well, because it might be, I know one of them, we turned them off and moved the stops, didn't we? Well, didn't I? Find out. To manage the risk. Why did it make 0.45% profit? That's its entry. It was 26 pips, the target. So the STE function would have worked. And then the fractal reversal is what got us out, but it might be just broker slippage with the spread of being 2 pips. It's within 2 pips. I'll have a look anyway and see what there is, but those 2 have completed now. We've just got oil now that needs to perform. So we've made 1.86% on the box. Oil, let's go have a quick look at oil and then quick look back at that FTSE, see what's going on. Oil's still not giving up, is it? Still not giving up. And the FTSE, we got whacked on the FTSE again. So this FTSE owes us some rupees back. There's the 5-minute bar, and that didn't trigger. So we need to look for another 5-minute bar now, which should be between 5.2 and 5 past. So we need to have 5-minute bar after this now. Let's put it onto this screen. So I've got the other ones that I'll fill in. Oh. I'll stay on here, but there is a gold. If you want to be super duper aggressive, there is a 5-minute bar breaking above the 9 EMA. But I don't suppose we need to be aggressive, do we? Because we've already done okay. It's just don't get greedy. But gold's looking yeah, you can leave the same fractal breakout, it's still the same. And it's still a one-to-one trade, which you should get today, another 1% on gold. That should be okay. You want this FTSE to fall over. Oh, let me put the aircon in the sink. Flip it out. So what's the weather like in the UK? Is it raining, Pete?
It's really unsettled, so really, really windy down here in Wales today. Been raining the last couple of days. It's just miserable.
No, a bit further along the coast, they've had it bad in Benidorm and Ibiza and Costa Blanca. There's been some really windy weather and a bit of rain, but seems to have passed us by on the planes. Back to the UK in September. I've got the flight booked. End of the first week in September. Salmon season. Fishing. This isn't giving up at all, is it? Crude still at 30 points. It's looking good, really, as gold. Is Jeff's flipping out? Jeff, you're still there. This is what you call
Yeah.
a real die-hard trader.
Not for long.
Not for long. It's 10 past 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be going short for probably the next 5.
Wall Street just will not give it up, will it?
No, not yet.
It's not looking likely, is it? That's where what we're looking for are orders to close going in. It usually happens around about between 5 past and 10, 5 past, 5 2 and 10, 5 2 and 5 past 4. And then as we get into quarter past, we see the market halt a little bit and then we have a little run into 4:30 and then into settling, we can get the market to run 10, 20 points. And that's what we're banking on, just waiting to take advantage. It'd be nice for crude to help us on the way. So a recap, guys, for guys in the room. Markets are closed on Monday, bank holiday. If the UK markets are closed, the whole thing will be dead. No volatility anywhere. But we're going to do 2 sessions on Tuesday. We're going to open at 8 o'clock. Then we're going to do a YouTube live stream at 10 as well to catch. After the first impulsive wave, which dives down into 9:30, we'll catch hopefully the second. Hang on a second. Euro pound has just opened. Damn, I didn't turn the bot off. I don't send. The bot's gone in again. Oh, well, I can't complain about that. That's a nice entry. I'll leave that. In fact, I'll put an alert down here. It comes down here again, 15 pips. That's over 0.5%. We'll take that. I best put it on. Let's type it in. It's my mistake. I didn't switch the bot off. It did the reverse and it did the reverse trade that we've just looked at, didn't it? So I'll put the FTSE back on so we don't miss the FTSE. I best just type this in again. While we're watching. It went in at 84.67.6. Put these in so people know. So what we're doing here is tracking the bot. This is just an extra tool that we use to trade. And this is where it makes us in the background every month. For the past 3 months, 2 months, I should say, that we've got recorded, it's made 15% a month. This time last year, it made 22. Oh, a second, I've not called that in properly. Then called the we're to beat last year. We want to get 22% this month. So I'm just going to color. We have a bot room, of course. Anyone that buys these bots gets automatically put into our bot trading room. And we have bot sessions and training sessions and stuff on how to run these bots. There it is. To let people know. And I write all the notes, and if I make a mistake, I make a mistake, and I write it in and tell people what we did in here. So we have a running track record of what goes on and how these bots are managed, and then other people as well. Hopefully, as we get more mature in the room with these bots, people write in what their experiences are and what they're doing as well. This is Pete saying what he's done and he's trading. Now he's been working, so they've been doing quite good. And people put all the different trades on that they've currently done. There's quite a few here. That's quite a few. I think I've over the weekend I'm going to do some YouTube videos. One about how to identify the trend, and it's not EMA crossovers and all that shit that you'll hear on YouTube. How we do it properly, which is a beginner's guide to trading the trend, and then also an advanced way of understanding the trend as well and exploiting the trend at every level. Do not believe anyone that tells you the market's only trend 20% of the time. Absolute rubbish. The markets always trend at various time frames. So it could be a 1-minute trend, a 5-minute trend, a 5-hour trend, or a 5-day trend. The markets always trend, always. You can say they only trend 20% of the time if you maybe do it on a daily basis or whatever, but please don't listen to the rhetoric and rubbish off YouTubers telling you the markets don't trend because they do. So I'm going to do a video on showing you how to do that. I should do a video on these frackers as well, actually, as tools. I think I've done the pictures. I think I have. What to do. Yeah. Did some I've took the pictures of July and August, but it's all within 1%. So many folders here. I'm just looking through them now. Somewhere. Where have I put them? Can't find them. They should be in here somewhere. Ah, there they are. There's some. Ah, there they are. But it's in the files as well. So in June, did 15.6%. In July, 15.46. And so far, in August, we've done 15.24. So if you compound that, you're probably looking at somewhere near 50% return in 3 months. Not bad. This market's getting on my nerves now. It's just so slow. But I did say we'd stay into the... All right, still got people watching. Well done to everyone that's hanging on in there. If you want experience of a real trading room, this is how boring a real trading room can be. Sometimes when we're doing the spike trades in the mornings and stuff, that can be quite exciting. And it is, and the trades can take a minute or two, or even 5 minutes. But when we're actively trading throughout the day, you've got to wait for your setup and you've got to be patient. And here is, you're doing your apprenticeship on trading. I said to many people, it takes quite a long time to be a successful trader because the amount of times in the market, the amount of times you are in the market and watching the market as a proportion of the day is very small. So, whereas if you've got to work and be apprentice, you've got 8 hours a day of immersive learning. When you're trading, a 15-minute bar reversal or a fractal might happen once a day. The experience you've got of watching it set up and trade might only be an hour a day. So you've got to have at least 8 or 10 days sat at the machine to get the same experience as you would sat in an office for a day. So it takes a long time to learn. It takes a long time to get experience. And the only way that you're ever going to get experience and learning is if you sit and listen and watch the market and watch how it runs and record it and learn from it. It can be a real pain in the backside. And but that's trading for you. It can be very exciting. You can make, was it last Friday? We made 20% or something stupid. Last week was a phenomenal week. Probably the best week on record I've ever traded. Double digit figures last week. So, yeah. All a bit slow at the moment. It's quite interesting watching the action. As you go into close, at 4:30, the market has a settling period whereby basically like a P&L balance. Lots of orders are usually placed at 4:30 or orders at 4:30 to close a trade or to do whatever they're going to do. Close the trade, half a trade, take profits, wherever it's going to be. And the market gets around about 5-10 minutes after 4:30 to balance the books and then declare the real close, the real cash close in the market, which is not the same as a candle that you can see on your screen. The real close is always different. So you can't go back in history counting candles, looking at candles to understand where the market closed, because that's price action close, not the cash close. The cash close is the P&L balance after the close and it's declared. So what you can often find, especially on a Friday, if the market has made some profit during the week, that the market drops at the close. It can start between the utopia is starting at between 5 to 4 and 5 past 4. Doesn't
Steve, is that why? Sorry, Steve. Is that why the pivots never match the candle?
Yep.
Ah.
People aren't really aware of it too much. It's people try and reconcile the candle with the close and reconcile the candle with a drop, and you can't. It doesn't work that way. This is why using charting software pivots is of not much use, because the 24-hour pivots and indices aren't 24-hour markets, so they're never going to be right. And if you're going to trade pivots, you have to be right. You can't be close enough. It's got to be right. Well, 5 minutes to go, and we should see the market hopefully drop. And I hope they do drop for the Gap boys on the Dow, because it's now pushing in new highs. Very slowly. Having the Dow pushing new highs is a real problem for the FTSE, because the Dow does have a big influence. American markets have a big influence on the FTSE in the afternoons, like the FTSE has a massive influence in the American markets, especially the NASDAQ. If you want to trade the futures market in the Northern European session for the NASDAQ, you can use the FTSE as a leading indicator, because you can more or less, if the FTSE moves in a certain direction, it is a matter of seconds usually after the NASDAQ will follow. It's a really good leading indicator if you like doing futures trading on a NASDAQ. We're a pip away of being triggered into gold long as well. Getting back in on gold. Quite happy to stay long on gold over the weekend. I don't think everyone's going to be loving kisses over the weekend and gold fall over. If anything, it's going to go up with heightened tensions in the Middle East. Yeah. I'm going to move this into a 1 minute to see if we can spot a reaction at 4:30 with orders that are in the market to close. Let's see. I'm going to take this off now. It's too high up. I'm just going to measure this fractal here. 6. I'm just going to set this for 6 and 6 because I mean, if I'm going to press this button, it's probably going to be pretty quick if we get the reaction we're hoping to get, which is a break here. A break here, and see if we can just get a cheeky trade on. Let's see, just under 2 minutes to go. It's watching the Dow slowly creeping up, which is following the down. Right, gold's just opened, been triggered in long on gold. That's a 15 pip stop, 15 pip target. I'm not going to flick over just yet. I'm going to see what happens there. 20 seconds. Should get some movement. Right. 2 seconds. Should start seeing the balance in the books now. And we want it to go to the downside. How are you? Always feel a little bit deflated after you sat and waited over half an hour for the market to drop and then nothing happens. But doesn't happen all the time. I would have expected it to happen today though. But we're not, we're just 1 minute in at the moment. Let's not be too hasty. That's a good job you're not paying predictions, isn't it? I'm going to give this to 35 and then have a quick squiz around the rest, and then that will do for the day. I might be down your way, Pete. I might in Cardiff and Pentwyn, I should say.
Yeah, just down the road.
At end of September.
What will you be doing, mate?
I'm doing just going down to see some friends.
Ah. Yeah, we catch up for a coffee if you want.
Yeah.
Teach me how to trade.
I better than do it on a Friday afternoon. This is absolutely because they unbalanced volume is watching this the corner here. The volume, the orders, there's nothing going flat. Never mind. I was going to say I'm going to have to rely on crude, but we're going to trade on, so relying on nothing. We have a put option in, of course, on the Dow. So tempting to put a short on the Dow manually as well. It's so high now. It's a bit late to be thinking about this now. It's good to watch for the experience. The simple reason, and a few times we walked away and said, I remember one time in particular, walked away, well, two times. One time it dropped 21, we walked away, switched off, and the market plunged 21 pips. But it's not as much as the EOD one once. Didn't bother at half past, then the market dropped 72 pips in 10 minutes. And we weren't in it. It was gutting. And sat waiting for it. And it didn't happen. But this is hardly anything, is it? But they are settling the prices now. But that's nothing to get involved with, really. Hardly anything. So people are set on the longs. Yeah, I think. Let's have a quick look at crude and a quick look at gold and the Dow, and then that will do. I'll do these. I've had enough of it. We're talking to a screen now. I'll do the trend. How to very quickly find a trend, and then how to find a trend in more of a complex way that you can use as part of the trade setup as well. I'll do those tomorrow. And now I'm going to post it over the weekend. Right, quick look at the Dow. Look how high that Dow is. How many pips? It's kind of looking like it might leave a closing gap, aren't it? It should come down with 400 pips. So tempted. And we've got less. I'm looking at that fractal break there. We kind of could get away with a 70, 80 pip stop and just leave that running. Market's still young in America. Only been going 2 hours. I think I'm going to put that trade on. 100 pip stop. 430 pip target, which will be a stonker of a trade. Going against the trend. So we're going to go 0.5%. We're going to take that fractal break here, 85. sorry, 0.5, so yeah. So I'm gonna leave that one on. And crude. Well, really, it's very slowly creeping up, isn't it? It's accepting the price. Because that will go clear 1 hour, but 1 30-minute bar, and then a break. So I'm not going to trade this unless it comes under here. In fact, I'll put just going down the pool. I won't bother. I'll let the bot play things out. And gold. Well, let's zoom out. Being triggered into gold. And we're going for a 15-15 trade. It's painting by numbers off. There we go. And we're looking at that to build this evening. Right, well, I think that's us done. We have been triggered for the guys that are running robots on silver. It's still running. What else? That's it, really. Yeah, that's it. We just got the Dow to give it up and to be a monster trade. 100 pip stop, 430 pip target, or close it at 9 o'clock, whichever comes first. Any questions, guys, before I go? Oh, quite a lot of people have left already in the room. Right. No one? That's me. Gone. Right, I'm off now. And I'll do these videos over the weekend. Hopefully they'll help, or it'll serve as a reminder for a quick and dirty where's the trend, or a more in-depth analysis of the trend using all the different things that I use on a daily basis. But have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you Tuesday.
You too, Steve. Thank you.
Cheers, bye all.
Bye-bye.